What is cooking in the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a dynamite video today. We are playing the Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we are taking another tour of CCMaster. In today's video, we're going to be taking a quick look at an amazing report that we have here from CCMaster's Sauron, okay? So this is going to be a great report to really showcase the potential damage of Sauron and how he's able to counter Galadriel. Okay, so first we're going to start with Galadriel because it's important to understand what this Sauron is up against, okay? Galadriel's at 603 focus. Galadriel has, from the chess piece, minus 20% focus, poison and burn damage received, combined with high alert for another 50% reduced focus, burn, and poison damage received. She is providing a 70% reduction in focus, burn, and poison damage received, okay? That's before the whatever 25% damage mitigation from her focus and any of the other abilities that she has, all right? So it's really key that you guys understand she is reducing the focus, burn, and poison damage by 70%, okay? And Sauron, running a pure damage build, is still able to come in here and put out 163,000 damage, ladies and gentlemen, against a Galadriel with high alert and a resistance chest. Are you kidding me? So, a couple things to note about CCMaster Sauron. He is running a fantastic damage-focused build. All of his gear is focused towards damage. His skills are focused towards damage, right? Instead of running the standard, which is 29 points into the Deceiver tree, or at least 22 points into the Deceiver tree, which is going to cause madness on the enemy commander and the units for the first 2 rounds and increase their damage received by 30% plus or minus. What he's done is drop down and put all of his points into the Lord of the Gifts R0 tree, 29 out of 29, getting an enormous amount of damage from Trembling Strike as well as the Black Arts. He's also dropped down into the R3 tree to max out the Gorthor at 29 out of 29. Which is going to be enormous damage from Overload and enormous damage and healing from Soul Siphon, which we see, okay? Gear-wise, right? He is running pure damage output gear. He is running focus-based gear with plus focus damage, okay? Chest place, focus gear with resistance and HP for his units. This is probably the best chest piece in the game now for Evil Men. We have the Bone Mask in here with some HP for his units, so now he's going to have a total of 3 plus 6, so we have 9 HP for our units, which we're going to see here. The HP pool has been increased by 9, which is almost a 33% increase in HP for the units. It's insane. That's going to have 12% focus damage dealt, so now we're at 22% increased focus damage dealt for the first 5 rounds, then it drops to 12 for the rest of the fight. And then here in the Orthancs Devilry, we have a lot of focus, and we give the units pursuit, okay? So, we're going to see absolutely phenomenal damage. Now, keep in mind, Galadriel, in addition to reducing the damage from High Alert and the chess piece, she also has the White Council, right? Which is going to reduce the damage by somewhere between 30 to 45%, depending on her focus. My guess is closer to 45%. For the first 4 damage instances received. So not only is she already reducing her damage by 70% from focus, she's reducing it by an additional 40-something percent for the first 4 hits. So she's disgusting. The amount of damage mitigation is disgusting, okay? Into the report itself, ladies and gentlemen, I can't speak. My coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Into the report, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out again to CCMaster for providing this amazing report for me to review. I love it. All right. Let's jump down into round 1. Yes. All right, here comes the champions. 45% damage reduction from White Council. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is insane. Okay, so, yeah, this Galadriel is stacked. And it's an anti-Sauron build, and Sauron happened to come away with 163k damage. Here's the Overload, which has a pursuit buff by itself, going through and hitting the cataphracts for 2648, even with all the damage reduction. Very nice. Okay. Corsairs hitting for no damage, Halberdiers hitting for no damage, no one's hitting for any damage. Then we have Overload hitting the guard of the tower. Okay. Guard of the tower taking more damage reduction. We're burning out one of his white councils with this counterattack from the halberdiers, which is nice. Overload hitting the guardians. So the guardians now use 3 of its 4 white council buffs, I believe. Sauron's Trembling Strike, so we would really see this anywhere in the 6,000 to 8,000 damage range, but because of all the different mitigations, we've been reduced down to the minimum at 1743. It's pretty low. Okay, Overload still hitting for 2648. It looks like Overload might actually be bypassing the White Council. It looks like it might be bypassing the White Council buff, because what I don't see is anything on the Cataphracts with their White Council debuff. Okay, here it is. So yes, Sauron's Overload actually penetrates through the White Council buff, which is nice to see. It still gets afflicted by Galadriel's overall damage mitigation on the chest and the High Council, but it does bypass through the other one. The White Council, sorry. The High Alert. I'm getting those mixed up. Okay, so Cataphracts have lost their damage mitigation, okay? Guard of the Tower. Guardians have lost their damage mitigation here at the end of round 2. Let's see what happens here in round 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cataphracts will no longer have the damage mitigation from the White Council. It'll still have High Alert and the chest piece for 70%. Soul Siphon hitting for 3k even through all that damage. Nice heals. Then we have Black Arts coming in. Black Arts scales very nicely with the focus damage per focus. I think so, up around 25 damage per focus point. So really scaling well with Sauron here on Black Arts, even through the damage mitigation. Okay, there's Galadriel's Surge with a Madness buff on Corsair. Sauron's Overload still slow and steady wins the race, guys. Slow and steady wins the race. Nothing like 8,000 damage every single round nonstop. The Corsairs hitting the Halberdiers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Overload just ticking away. Just ticking away. The exact same mitigation amount. All right. So here in round 4, all of the damage mitigation should basically be dropped, except for the chest and the High Alert. We're going to see this damage increase. This is up from 1,700 in the previous round. Round 2, I believe this hit. Up from 1,700 in round 2 with the White Council active. Now up to 3,700 damage. Nice to see that. The Overload is just slow and steady, guys. That is just ticking away here. Absolutely just burninating their face off. Here in round 5, folks. Okay, Overload still ticking away, slow and steady, same exact damage. See that? Even though Sauron's troop command just dropping, it looks like the damage for Overload may be fixed. And we should see some more big nukes here in round 6, so get excited. We should see round 6 as probably one of the main damage-dealing rounds for this fight for Sauron. We're going to see. Let's get the calculator out. Let's figure out what we got here. We got 27 plus, we got 22, 7, 11 equals. Then we're going to do another couple hits here. Then we got 32, 1, 4, plus 2, 7, 6, 0, plus 4, 1, 8, 2, plus 4, 1, 8, 2. We're up to, not that high, 14,000 damage. I thought it was going to be higher, but I was wrong. That's still a lot of nukes considering 70% damage mitigation, okay? I'm laughing about this, but think about that. Then we have Overload coming in for 2648, right? So now we got 14,338 plus 2648. Then we have the other Overloads coming into play here in a second. Plus 2879 plus 2879. So ladies and gentlemen, here in round 6, Sauron has put out just about 23,000 damage output in focus damage, mitigated again by 70%. So, pretty substantial here as far as the actual damage that Sauron's able to pump out every single round. Every round he's putting out this overload. Every round he's pumping out these types of damage. So it's just slow and steady wins the race. Every single round, there's one of his different abilities. One of these abilities is triggering in every round, right? Trembling strikes on a 1-round cooldown. Soul Siphon and Black Arts are on a 2-round cooldown, right? Overloads every single round. So we see one of these 4 damage abilities triggering every single round, pretty much. Very impressive fight, guys. Again, shout out to CCMaster. This Sauron is nasty. 163k damage, 45k healing against an anti-Sauron Galadriel, okay? You saw it here. I love you all a long time. Give me that like and sub. Randy out.